A very good afternoon to all of you. So today we will carry on our discussion of boost converter. Before proceeding with the boost converter, I would like to shed some important points on the previous lectures, the things that we have discussed and things which are remaining to be discussed. I am having a slight bit of cold, that's why a bit of suffering is there, but hopefully many of you will understand. So again, I will like to recall the basic principles. The basic things are that the boost converter consists of two distinct states. As I had earlier discussed, that first of all, when the switch is closed, then obviously the power will circulate in the inductor. Okay, I would like to show this thing. Yes, if the voltage is connected and the switch is turned on, then entire power will circulate in this network. Okay, no transmission of power will happen from this part to this part. Okay, the diode will remain idle. So we can directly say that the capacitor will supply power to the load. I think I am quite okay till this point. I have discussed this thing, and I had also told you that two basic principles will be applied. That is, the volt ampere balance will be applied for inductor, and volt second balance will be applied for the inductor, and ampere second balance will be applied to capacitor, because the voltage across the inductor is periodic and the current across the capacitor is periodic. I think till this point the discussion is quite clear. Now, coming back to the analysis, the voltage across inductor when the switch is on is basically Vs. Yes, entire Vs will get supplied. I will show that like this. Just look at the circuit and look at this part. Look at this part. Yes, Vs is applied across inductor, and when you look at this remaining part of the circuit, then the capacitor voltage is nothing but V0. Clear? So if we write the equation for inductor, then it will become Vs into T on plus Vs minus V0 into T off. From this we will get the expression of output voltage, that is V0 equals to Vs upon 1 minus D. That is the expression of boost converter. And as we are well versed that D is going to be always less than 1. For example, D is 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. So we'll get a ratio that is obviously less than 1. So any voltage divided by a quantity less than 1 will give you a slightly higher quantity. Okay, now one more thing is that when the switch is open, that is in the off state, the path offered to inductor current is through the flyback diode D. Yes, when it is off, then the inductor will dissipate its energy through the diode to the capacitor. Okay, we may say one thing, that during the off time this is positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative. So both the positive voltages will tend to make this diode forward biased and it will conduct. Okay, now next. So coming back to the current analysis. Okay, there are two modes. First one is the CCM mode and another one is the DCM mode. CCM corresponds to continuous current conduction mode. Okay, and discontinuous conduction mode. So this is continuous conduction mode. We can see these are the voltage values. I have already elaborated this, and you can see from the waveform that as we are proceeding with the analysis, that as the voltage across the inductor is a constant value, so the current will increase linearly. the inductor, you can see that the inductor current is increasing with this linearly. I can calculate the value of the current. IL is by applying the ampere second balance on the capacitor. We will get IL equals to I naught. IL equals to I naught divided by 1 minus D. Yes. Whereas in the case of a buck converter, it was IL equals to I naught. I think till this point it is quite clear. No doubt is there. Okay. Now, coming back to the ripple in current. The ripple current can be calculated. It is clear that IL equals to I naught, and I can show you the expression. If I have, wait a minute, IL equals to I naught upon 1 minus D. I will show it because I had continued this discussion. Wait a minute. Okay, this is voltage. This is DIL by 2, I naught, IL max upon delta by 2, D by 2. Wait. Yes. Just I will take 2 minutes so that I can show you this thing. Then we will go back to the conventional notes. Yes, it is. IA equals to I naught by 1 minus T. Clear? So I have shown you the inductor value that I have calculated. Okay. And these are the values of current minus I naught and IL minus I naught. I think it is again clear that IC on is nothing but minus I naught and IC off is IL minus I naught. So this is how the calculations are going to be done. And now I am coming back to the concerned waveform. Yes. So we can very well do the thinking that now as the expression of IL is I naught upon 1 minus T. So the ripple current can be calculated and that ripple current comes out to be dVs by FL. While in the case of buck converter, it was D1 minus dVs by FL. So it is very important. Now if somebody asks us what will the IL max, so it is very easy. I naught, that is the average output current, because the average, have a look at this, the average of this part, this is the average, will get applied at the output. So from the average current we will add delta IL by 2, because if you are looking at this thing, the ripple is from here to here. Here to here will be the ripple. Okay. This will be the ripple. And half of this part, this length divided by half, will give us the ripple current. So the ripple current will added to average value will give us the maximum value. Okay. Now maximum value is obtained. We can also obtain the minimum value of this waveform. This is obtained by average I naught average minus delta IL by 2. So I can get the average value. I can get the minimum value. Now this is the source current waveform. Source current waveform is very easy. The average value of source current is this. Okay. So this is nothing but D times of IL. This is nothing but, obviously, average value is this value will be there for only duty ratio D. That's it. The rest will not remain. So I naught, the average current will flow through the switch only for D times. So I naught into D will give us the average value, and that is nothing but I naught can be calculated very easy from the output voltage and resistance value. So more upon this will be covered in the next class. Thank you.